Hi everyone and welcome to the Diabetic Voice. This is Lorraine, and before we talk about numbers, before we talk about food, before we talk about anything diabetes related, I want to talk about you, because if you're here, chances are diabetes has already taken up enough space in your life. It's taken space in your thoughts, in your meals, in your relationships, in the quiet moments when you're alone with your meter, your CGM, or your own disappointment. And I want you to know something right away. You're not weak for finding this hard. You're not failing because your numbers aren't perfect, and you are definitely not alone. No one really prepares you for the human side of diabetes. They tell you what to eat. They tell you what not to eat. They tell you to just be consistent, but no one talks about the embarrassment of eating differently than everyone else. The guilt after a spike, even when you tried. The exhaustion of always thinking about food. The fear of what your body might do next. The shame that sneaks in, even when you didn't cause this. And maybe the hardest part? Feeling like you have to carry all of this quietly, smile, be compliant, be good. That's the part I want to change. Why this group exists. This group is not about being perfect. It's not about proving anything to anyone. And it's definitely not about punishing yourself into better numbers. This group exists because diabetes can be incredibly isolating, and it shouldn't be. It exists so you don't have to pretend you're fine when you're not, so you don't have to explain yourself, so you don't have to feel judged for being human. Here we talk about real life, real choices, real emotions, and we learn together, without shame. Personal connection, credibility without clinical tone. I live this too, and have been for over 10 years. I know what it feels like to do everything right and still feel betrayed by your body. I know the frustration. I know the grief of realizing life doesn't look the way you thought it would. And I also know this. When you stop fighting yourself, when you stop blaming yourself, things begin to shift. Not overnight, not perfectly, but gently, sustainably, with compassion. That's what I want for you. 2026 intention. Emotional, not numerical. So for 2026, we're not setting goals like perfect numbers or never mess up. Instead, our intention is this. Less fear around food. More trust in your body, more confidence in daily choices, less guilt, less shame, and more peace living with diabetes, not at war with it. Progress here is measured in understanding, not punishment. What makes this space different? In this group, there's no food shaming, no you should just advice, no comparing journeys. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's experience is valid. This is a place to learn, yes, but more importantly, it's a place to be seen. If diabetes has ever made you feel broken, if you're tired of carrying this alone, if you want a space where your experience matters just as much as your numbers, you belong here. You don't need to be ready. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be honest. So let's start simply. In the comments or in the group, I'd love for you to introduce yourself with just one sentence. You can share one thing diabetes has taken from you, or one thing you hope to take back in 2026. That's it. This isn't the start of a program, it's the start of a conversation, and I'm really glad you're here. See you in the next video!